Hey there guys, and welcome to either my YouTube channel or my website or wherever you're looking at this, maybe on LinkedIn or on other social media. My name is Ed DeCosta, I'm executive coach, and this is my weekly life or business or personal lesson about becoming the best possible version of you. Today, the title is Life Lessons from the Super Bowl, and as you can tell, I am wearing a replica jersey of one of the teams that I grew up rooting for in Boston, the New England Patriots, who won the Super Bowl last night. And this is one of my favorite players, no longer playing, Teddy Bruschi. It's a phenomenal guy, phenomenal player. And for most of us, sports were a part of our childhood. Playing sports, going to sporting events with our family members certainly was a big part of my upbringing. And I became a fan, a diehard fan of the teams that were in my area. And I didn't like the teams from other areas. But, as you grow from a child into a young adult and into an adult, you give up the things of youth and you adopt the things of the subjects and the themes and the understanding of an adult. And so I'm not all the way there for certain, but I've come a long way, as they say. So first of all, to the two teams that were in the Super Bowl last night, the New England Patriots, as I said, and the Atlanta Falcons, just big respect to both teams for reaching the Super Bowl and playing an incredibly entertaining, a very exciting game. Could have gone either way. It looked like it was going to go one way, and then in the end, it turned out going the other way. I'm not on either team. I don't know anybody on either team. It really has no bearing on my life whatsoever in terms of the impact of the result of the game. I would be feeling the same way today about my life and my family and my faith and my business, regardless of the outcome. And I think that's an enormously important point because really at the end of it all, sports is a form of entertainment. That's what it is. Now for the owners, for the coaches, for the players, that's their life, particularly in the professional ranks. That's what they do for a living. It's their business. Now they're invested emotionally and they care very much, but we should never forget the fact that this is their work. This is their job. For the rest of us, we're paying to watch. We're not getting paid by the organization. I didn't get this jersey given to me. I had to buy it. I buy it online. Okay, so sports is a source of entertainment. It's also a source of great life lessons, and that's really what this episode is all about. So I'm just going to run through quickly a few of the things that I took down in my notes watching the game. First of all, adversity reveals character. It doesn't build character. I think you have character in your youth, the way you were raised, the things that you've learned, your God-given character, your sense of who you are and what your purpose is. It's in there. Whether you're aware of it or not is another story. And I think it's during times that are challenging, times that are testing your mettle, so to speak, that your character reveals itself. Somebody dug down deep and discovered that which was already within them. Again, some of these phrases, some of you might view as cliche or trite, but I don't view them that way at all. So when you think about the obstacles in your life, the times that are trying and testing, be grateful for them because they allow you to show the world and show yourself, more importantly, the character and what you're truly made out of. So that's number one. Number two, got to believe in yourself and ignore the haters. And ignore the haters. You got goals in your life. You have achievements that you want to realize. Well, guess what? Recognize the closer you come to reaching those goals, to climbing to those heights, the more people are going to pull you down. It's just human nature. Haters going to hate, so to speak. You've got to be able to shut out the outside world, focus on those things that are most important to you, focus on those people that are the most important to you, literally, and ignore everything else. And you hear it time and time again from athletes at the top levels of many sports that they don't read, they don't look at the social media, they don't watch TV, whether they do or don't, but they do everything possible to kind of isolate themselves from that negative energy that for whatever reason people will bring to someone who's achieving success. So you got to believe in yourself and you got to shut out the hate. Leadership is paramount. My business partner John Maxwell in the 21 Irrefutable Laws gives this law of navigation that anyone can steer the ship, but it takes a true leader to chart the course. and it's true in our business lives and in our personal lives, that leadership is such an enormous form of influence on other people that when you are a leader, whether you're a parent or a business owner or a peer or a neighbor or a friend, you have the opportunity to lead others by the way you conduct yourself. And if you watch the leaders in a sporting event, coaches, some of the best players, some of the most visible players, you can see the tides or the fate of that team rise and fall with the composure and the behavior and the attitude of the most visible players. And I've said this in other episodes. Think about it, young children during a thunderstorm or a lightning strike. They take their cue from their parents. Their parents' composure and calmness tends to calm the nerves of children. So always remember your opportunity and, I believe, your responsibility to lead people by example. Recognize that in some way, shape, or fashion you are on stage, that people are watching you, whether you're aware of them watching you or not. Quite often, they're watching you and they're taking their cue from how you conduct yourself. So it's just a healthy thing to be mindful of. And then the fourth one is fear not. Don't be afraid. You know, the Bible teaches us, again, I don't use the Bible a lot in my teaching, but I'm a Bible-believing person, a Christian, that we're not to fear, not to worry. Fear not, be not afraid. It says it many, many, hundreds of times, 366 times, I believe. Someone told me, I didn't count them. But why is that? Because ultimately, you know, it's healthier for you to view challenging times not as, again, sources of anxiety or apprehension or fear where you cower and shrink, but as exciting, stimulating, challenging times where you get to do things that are, again, outside your comfort zone, right? It's a cliche, but it's outside your comfort zone, meaning by definition, you're not comfortable there. And how great is it to be able to expand your comfort zone? That even in times where you fall short, that you don't win, what happens? You don't lose, you've learned. You've learned. You know, success is a journey punctuated by failure after failure after failure. That you don't lose if you don't quit. You only lose if you stop, if you quit. Keep going. So again, you don't have to look at sporting events in this way. You can absolutely stay at the level of it's entertainment, it's a lot of fun, and it's an exciting thing, a fun thing to do with family and friends. And of course, it is all of that. But it's also a wonderful source for life lessons. Again, my name is Ed DeCosta, and I hope that you found this helpful. Take care, my friends. Bye-bye.